Hola, ¿qué tal? Hello, welcome to the channel where we want you to be happier traveling throughout the Iberian Peninsula with the help of our videos and of our self-guided walking tours. And welcome to a new session of questions and answers. A quick summary of how these Q&A videos work. You have a question for us. If you want a quick answer, find a video related to the question, fire away, and within a day you will get an answer as we attempt to reply to all incoming questions every 24 hours. But if you cannot find a video related to your question or are not on a rush, leave your question at the commentary box below here and we will reply to it on the next Q&A session. The next session, by the way, is due to air at the end of March. So, without further ado, let's get started with your questions. A question from Ray. I am planning trips to Andalusia, walk the Camino in May and September 2025, respectively. However, I noticed train and bus schedules are not up yet. When will they be available online? Appreciate the input. Ray, it is impossible to tell as each bus and train company has their own policy, but the rule of thumb is if you cannot find any schedules, it is because they haven't been released yet. Try searching dates closer to the present. That will give you an idea of when the schedules can be released. A question from MS. Tony, could you please recommend a city, town in Catalonia for a one-day trip, something that can be reached by train, bus from Barcelona? I already visited Girona, Tarragona, Sitges, Vic, Manresa and Montserrat. Hi MS, you've been to some of the most outstanding day trips from Barcelona. We have a video on the channel explaining how to go to Sant Sadurní d'Anoia, the land of Cava. That's a splendid day trip. You could try Tossa de Mar in the southern end of the Costa Brava. You can reach it by bus. It's a wonderful little town by the sea with a beautiful old quarter. Reus near Tarragona is another possibility. It's the birthplace of Antoni Gaudí and a very pleasant little town to visit. You can reach it by bus or train. You will find below the video mentions to all the resources we mention along the program. A question from Answer Sun. Hi Tony, I have 3 questions. Would you recommend postponing a trip to Spain as closer to winter, or mid-fall would be an ideal date? I'm planning to visit Parque Ordesa in Monteperdido. Are there any olive oil tours somewhere in Spain, and where I can find products, e.g. kitchen tools, made from olive wood in Spain? No rush. Looking forward to your answers in January. Hasta luego. Hola, hello there. To answer your questions in order, the first one, Spain in winter is fine, but obviously it's down to where you intend to go and what you plan to do. For Ordesa, fall is a wonderful time of the year. If you're lucky and catch the fall colors in Ordesa, you will have an unforgettable experience. It is impossible to tell, though, when that will happen, as it depends on the weather and rainfall during the previous weeks, but it's usually end of October, beginning of November. Second question, we've visited La Organic near Ronda, a spectacular experience. We'll leave you a link to their website in the first comment below the video. Superb experience related to olive oil. And unfortunately, we cannot answer your third question. Sorry about that. And now it's a question from Helen. Hi Cecilia and Tony. I have traveled to Portugal and to Spain a number of times, and your channel has been so helpful. I don't know what I would have done without it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will be walking from Burgos to Atienza, the first route of the Camino del Cid. I have done others in April 2025. Can you recommend places to visit in Castilla y León and the northern part of Castilla-La Mancha? I have visited Ávila, Segovia, Toledo and Cuenca, and I find that I really prefer places that have fewer crowds. I have been to Teruel, Zaragoza, Calatayud and Daroca, and I loved being there. Thanking you in advance. Hi Helen, avoiding crowds has become such an issue in Spain right now. In Castilla y León, we would try Ponferrada, Astorga, Palencia, Burgos, Zamora, Tordesillas, Valladolid. If you are into wine, the region of Ribera del Duero around Peñafiel is also fantastic. And in the northern part of Castilla-La Mancha, Sigüenza, much farther south, is spectacular as well. Cuenca in Castilla-La Mancha, another brilliant destination. The thing is that we haven't got any material yet on the channel on those destinations, but hope to have pointed you in the right direction. Grisi, sorry if we mispronounce your name. Hola Tony, the tickets for Las Setas in Seville warranty single enter only, or I can enter in the evening as well? Well, hello, with your ticket you are entitled to a second visit within the first 48 hours after the initial one. So you could go during the day and then at the end of the day, which is what we recommend. Setas states that the second visit depends on availability. So if the setas are crowded at the time of your second visit, you might have to wait a little bit. But go during the day and return at night. Completely different experiences, both unmissable. Question from Salvador. Going to Barcelona with my family of 5. We were planning on going to as many museums as possible. I saw there was a Barcelona card. Would you recommend buying this card? Hi Salvador, we're not too keen on the Barcelona card as it doesn't give you free access to any of the most important attractions. If you are into museums, we recommend the art ticket. And if you are into modernist architecture, the Modernista card. We have videos on both passes here in the channel. We'll leave you the links in the first comment below the video. Question from Narayan. Tony, your videos are very informative. Thank you for all the guidance that you provide. Our pleasure. Is it possible to do a day trip from Madrid to Cordoba if we commute on a fast train? Your advice, please. Well, yes, you could, leaving Madrid early in the morning and returning at night. There is a high-speed train line connecting both cities. We truly recommend spending the night in Cordoba. But if you plan your day carefully, there are plenty of places you can visit. We have a self-guided walking tour dedicated to Cordoba, planned precisely, thinking of those that only have a day to spare in the city. Link in the first comment below the video. Question from Julius. Hi Tony, if we in day 1 from Madrid Barajas to city center and at the day 4 we have to go to Madrid Barajas to fly to Porto, what ticket must we buy? 10 combo ticket plus airport charge? Julius, it's hard to tell as it all depends on where exactly you are going to stay, which in turn will define what is best for you, whether the train, the metro, the bus, or the taxis or ride-sharing services. If you leave us that missing piece of information on the video on how to leave the airport, we'll try to help you. Link below the video. Next week, right after this video, we will have an updated video on Madrid airport transportation for 2025. There have been some important changes regarding the train. Question from White Wave 16. I am enjoying all your travel videos, especially the churches. I've just enrolled in a Spanish language course here in my country. I am interested in going on a Catholic pilgrimage on the very popular shrines in Spain. Is there a book that you can recommend? Would you know if convents or monasteries accept pilgrims to stay with them? Hello, glad to hear you enjoy our videos. We haven't researched the topic of your question, so there is very limited help we can give you on that regard. You will have to get in touch with the monasteries where you intend to stay. Some of them run their own hotel business for visitors, basic accommodation at basic prices, but like we said, we haven't researched the topic enough. Question from Mr. Igis. Hi Tony, for the next Q&A session, I would like to ask you where to park coming by car in Cordoba. My trip idea for May 2025 will be Granada one night, Cordoba one night, Seville 2 nights, Ronda 1 night, and Malaga 2 nights. Is it worth it? I take you mean that. Or do you have any other suggestions? Thank you very much for your amazing videos. from which I'm getting all your advices. Great channel, ciao. Hello, there are several paid car parks near the center of Cordoba. It all depends on the location of your hotel. We would search for a hotel with parking facilities. As for your itinerary, it feels like a mad race, to be honest. Please watch the video where we recommend how many days to dedicate to the most important cities of Spain. For Granada, for example, you will need 2 full days, that is 3 nights just for the basics. Do remember it takes time to go from one city to another, so factor that in when you plan your itinerary. Question from Bobby. Hello Tony, thank you very much for all your great advice. We spent a month in Spain and used many of your recommendations. Going to Portugal in April and have a question. Where would be a good base for exploring Algarve by train or bus? Can be 2 different locations. Which location would be accessible to Porto by train? We'll fly home from there. Thank you again. Warm regards, Bobby. Hi Bobby, the Algarve is quite extensive, but we would choose Albufeira and Faro as our base to explore the region. Both can be reached by train from Lisbon. To return to Porto, you will have to take a train from the Algarve to Lisbon and then a train from Lisbon to Porto. We have a video on the channel explaining how you go from Lisbon to Porto. MC Melbourne. Hello, thank you for your informative vlogs. I was wondering if you have a vlog that covers the transfer from Barcelona train station to Barcelona Sants bus station. I haven't been able to find any vlogs detailing this transfer. By the way, we are traveling Madrid to Barcelona via Irio and Barcelona to Andorra via direct bus. Thank you in advance for your assistance. Hello, we haven't got a video on the topic because there isn't enough content to justify a video. Sants bus station is right next to the railway station. It will take you between 1 minute and 5 minutes to get there. If you check it out in Google Maps, the bus station is to the left of the main station building. Sants is going to undergo a major overhaul in the coming years. Another reason why we are waiting to see what the station will look like when it's finished before recording a video. As train delays are not uncommon, we would leave a buffer of at least 1 hour between the scheduled arrival time of the train and the departure of the bus to prevent you from missing the connection. And that was our first questions and answers of the year. The next one at the end of March. And if you are coming to Spain and want to count on our virtual company, have a look at our self-guided walking tours dedicated to the most important cities in Spain, where we take you around the cities as if you were a local. No need to rack your brains, we've done that work for you. You know that every Sunday we've got a new video on the channel. See you next week.